Men's valor, recounting Captain David Brown's historic stand at Concord Bridge, the dawn of defiance. Captain Brown's rallying speech as we gather here today in the comfort and safety of our own homes. We must reflect on the urgent need for independence from the tyrant King George and his oppressive rule. It is with great determination that I stand before you, wielding the powerful weapon known as the Brown Bess, loaded with 75 caliber musket balls, ready to defend our rights and freedoms. King George has sent his regulars to strip us of our only defense against his tyranny. The time has come for us to unite and defy the unjust laws imposed upon us. We must rally together and make our voices heard, declaring that we will no longer tolerate the unjust taxation and oppressive measures put in place by the tyrant ruler. It is our duty to stand up for what is right and just, to fight for the freedom and future of our homeland. Let us not falter in our resolve, but instead, let us rise up with courage and conviction. The dawn of defiance is upon us, and together, we shall overcome the forces of tyranny. Join me as we embark on this noble journey towards liberation and independence. The time for action is now, and our strength as a united people will lead us to victory. Fields of Freedom. The mustering of the Minutemen during the early years of our nation's history. The call for independence from the tyrant King George rang out across the homes and fields of our young nation. The mustering of the Minutemen, armed with their trusty Brown Bess muskets and 75 caliber musket balls, symbolized the spirit of resistance and the desire for freedom. These brave men were willing to lay down their lives in defense of their homes and the ideals of liberty and independence. The fields of our young nation became the battleground for a struggle that would ultimately lead to the birth of a new republic. The men who heeded the call to arms, ready to defend their homes and families from the tyranny of King George, were the embodiment of the spirit of freedom. Their sacrifices and determination to secure the rights and liberties of future generations paved the way for the birth of a nation founded on the principles of freedom and self-governance. The mustering of the Minutemen was a pivotal moment in the history of our nation, marking the beginning of a movement that would lead to the establishment of a free and independent society. The courage and commitment of these men in the face of adversity serve as a reminder of the enduring spirit of freedom that continues to define our nation to this day. Underneath Concord's Bridge, the threshold of conflict, the events of April 19, 1775, that took place at Concord's Bridge mark a significant moment in the history of the United States. It was at this pivotal location that a group of brave individuals made a stand for their independence and their home. Fueled by the desire to break free from the rule of tyrant King George, the patriots at Concord's Bridge faced off against the British troops in what would become the first battle of the American Revolutionary War. Amidst the chaos and uncertainty, the sound of gunfire and the sight of muskets such as the Brown Bess blasting 75 caliber musket balls echoed through the air, forever altering the course of history. This moment proved to be the threshold of conflict, a turning point where the ideals of freedom and democracy clashed against the oppressive rule of a distant monarchy. The events at Concord's Bridge ignited a spark that would ultimately lead to the birth of a new nation, founded on the principles of liberty and self-governance. Voices of Liberty. The resonance of April 19th. The events of April 19th, 1775 have left an indelible mark on our nation's history, shaping the very essence of our home and our pursuit of independence. On that fateful day, the brave and resolute colonists stood against the tyranny of King George, refusing to succumb to oppression. Armed with their trusty Brown Bess muskets loaded with heavy 75 caliber musket balls, they defiantly declared their determination for freedom. The resonance of April 19th still echoes through the corridors of time, reminding us of the sacrifices made by those who came before us. Their unwavering spirit and unyielding resolve serve as a beacon of inspiration, fueling our own dedication to upholding the principles of liberty and justice. The brave voices of liberty that rang out on that historic day continue to galvanize us, urging us to remain vigilant in the face of adversity and to stand firm in defense of our cherished freedoms. It is a timeless reminder that the flame of liberty must constantly blaze on, nurtured and protected, for it is the cornerstone of our nation's identity. As we reflect on the resonance of April 19th, let us remember the courage and determination of those who paved the way for our freedoms. Their legacy lives on, igniting within us a fervent commitment to safeguard the values of liberty and justice for generations to come. A legacy carved in history, Captain David Brown's leadership is a testament to the unwavering commitment to the values of home and independence. His pivotal role, a shot heard around the world in the fight against the tyrant King George and his army, is etched in the annals of history. Brown's leadership was characterized by resilience, strategic acumen, and an unwavering dedication to the cause of freedom. His influence extended to the battlefield, where the iconic Brown Bess musket and the .75 caliber musket balls became symbols of resistance and defiance. Through his leadership, Brown inspired a generation to stand up against tyranny and fight for liberty. His legacy continues to shape the course of history, serving as a beacon of hope for those striving for independence and self-determination. Brown's impact transcends time and continues to resonate with those who seek to uphold the principles of freedom and justice. The indelible mark left by Brown's leadership serves as a reminder of the enduring power of conviction and the ability of one individual to ignite change on a monumental scale. It was a day that would live on in American history, forever commemorating the valor and resilience of those who dared to challenge the status quo and pave the way for a new era of liberty and self-governance. Captain David Brown's legacy is the embodiment of American resistance. His legacy is a testament to the unwavering spirit of American independence and resistance. In a time when the American colonies were under the oppressive rule of the tyrant King George, Captain Brown stood as a beacon of hope for those seeking freedom in their own homes. His unwavering determination to bravely fight against foreign enemies from across the Atlantic Ocean made him a symbol of defiance and strength. As we reflect on Captain David Brown's legacy, we are reminded of the sacrifices made by individuals like him who were willing to stand up against injustice and oppression over the last 250 years. His unwavering dedication to the ideals of freedom and independence serves as a timeless example of the American spirit, inspiring future generations to continue the fight for a better tomorrow. Preserving liberty, the ongoing impact of Concord shot heard around the world on today's American rights. As we look back at the events that transpired at Concord, it becomes clear that the shot heard around the world was a pivotal moment in the fight for American independence. The home of the brave stood against the tyranny of King George, determined to secure their freedom and preserve their rights. The clash between the colonial Minutemen and the British regulars marked the beginning of a long and arduous struggle for liberty. The sound of the Brown Bess muskets and the sight of the .75 caliber musket balls flying through the air served as a stark reminder of the stakes involved in the battle for independence. It was a fight against enemies both foreign and domestic, as the colonists stood firm against the forces of oppression and sought to secure their rights from encroachment. The impact of Concord's shot heard around the world reverberates throughout history as a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who fought for liberty. It serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made and the determination of a people to secure their rights and ensure a future free from tyranny. The legacy of Concord's shot lives on as a symbol of the ongoing fight for freedom and the defense of our sacred American rights.